Hi, hello. Welcome to another episode of Isaiah's Newsstand. It's your host, Isaiah Edwards. The date is June the 8th, 2024. Hopefully, this episode finds you well, in good spirits, and high hopes. As for me, I'm doing pretty good. I will say I'm sleepy, but we've had a productive Saturday morning so far. I woke up nice and early to do my laundry, and I didn't sleep much. That's classic Isaiah. Awesome, we love that for me. But I see a nap in my future. It's definitely on the horizon. I'm gonna get to that. But yeah, overall, it was a good day. It's been a good day. It was a good night last night. We closed out well, nice and easy. I'll go ahead and take us to the food corner, in which I went to Domino's, of course. I got a two medium pizzas. They switched the deal where it was like 50% off. I was like, whatever, I'm going to get the same thing. You're not fooling me. So I got two medium pizzas. One was pineapple and pepperoni with a barbecue base. Very yummy. Also, I don't usually say the crust, but generally my default is always the normal, was it handmade tossed or whatever the hell. For some reason their pan is gross to me. It literally is like too buttered or something. It's just blah. The thin crust is too thin. It's very chip like, and I don't like that. I do like thin crust as a pizza, but so yeah, I'm always doing the hand tossed, whatever that one is. And then the other pizza I got, which was mildly impressive to me, was a green pepper and jalapeno pepper pizza. Both of them had provolone cheese as well. But this one had what was it? A marinara sauce. Yeah, that was good. It was giving me like, I don't know, like pizza at the Pizza Hut, like at like an old buffet style. I don't know why I had that like mental reaction when I ate it. Maybe that's just what happens when I get fried jalapenos and cheese on a pizza slice. I don't know. It just takes me there. But yeah, it was working. It was good. Let's see here. That's it. That's all I ate. Not much else happened. Like I said, I actually wound up. Have you ever had just one of those nights in where you just get to like kind of vibe out and talk to people? Like, granted, you might just be at your home, not doing anything social, but I don't know, for that, I don't know, maybe just me, a normal little single guy at home. Nights like that sometimes are kind of fun because you just get to chat or catch up with people, whatever. So in a way, I didn't do anything at all, but it was just nice just to kind of hang out and do that. In the year 2024, I don't know. Anyway, let me go ahead and do my startup, and we'll get into some news before I fall asleep. Let's see here. All right. Also, weather-wise, little weather report action. It's not too bad right now. It's in like the 70s. It's cloudy, so I feel like it's gonna rain, but it's classic Ohio. You never know; it can change within every 15 minutes. So, we'll see how this day goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into some news from the Associated Press. Israel rescues 4 hostages kidnapped in Hamas October 7th attack. At least 94 Palestinians are killed. All right. Israel on Saturday rescued 4 hostages who were kidnapped in the Hamas-led attack on October 7th, the largest such recovery operation since the war began. At least 94 Palestinians, including children, were killed as heavy fighting continued around the sites in central Gaza, the health ministry said. Israel's army said it rescued Noah Agarmani, Almog Mir, and Argamani was 25. Mir John, I'm sorry, was 21. Andrei Kozlov, 27, and Shlomi Zev, 40, in a complex daytime operation in the heart of Nusrat on Saturday morning, raiding 2 locations at once under fire. All were well, the military said, and they were taken by helicopter for medical checks and reunions with loved ones after 246 days in captivity. So yeah, I mean, that's the good news of it. Sadly, about 100 Palestinians were killed, and I believe about 100 were wounded as well. So that's the trade-off in exchange like this. Like I don't know. You just that is the coverage here. I mean, I don't really have too much to really add. They do a little bit of recap, but we've covered that stuff earlier in the week. So I know, what is it? Anthony Blinken's going to be back in Israel, back, I guess, quote unquote, doing his whole diplomatic whatever. I don't know. Anywho, let me go ahead and move on. Let's talk about Roaring Kitty. When this loads up, or is this? Oh yeah, it's all the way at the bottom. My bad. Let me scroll back up. From CNN. GameStop meme lord behind stock's wild moves reveals himself after 3 years. So yeah, Roaring. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, that was a bad burp. Apologies. I say as I do it again. But yeah, Roaring Kitty came back. It was a a long-awaited event. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. The famed meme stock icon, also known as Roaring Kitty, made a long-awaited appearance on a live stream on his YouTube channel Friday. Sporting long hair, a thick bandage wrapped around his head, gaudy white sunglasses, a sling, and a beer, Gil live streamed against a backdrop of Yahoo Finance's GameStop stock ticker page. So, I mean, I do love the energy. I do love a casual, hey, what's up? How's it going? I'm just chilling. Now, granted, I get that, like, Roaring Kitty's a lot of like, you got to read between the lines. He's saying shit without saying shit, yada, yada, yada. But I think overall, this wasn't really hailed as, like, the same event that people were expecting from, like, the past. Normally he would come on a kind of live stream situation like this, have a lot of things planned to talk about, more or less, and like go for hours. This is merely 15 minutes. He came in late, and definitely just the vibe was just different, but we'll try to get into it. Gil confirmed that he is behind the posts on his X and Reddit accounts, and that the screenshots he has uploaded on the latter platform are of his own portfolio. These are my positions. I'm not working with anyone else. I'm not working with hedge funds, he said. So I mean, that's a strong statement, because I know that there's some people have been kind of conspiratorializing, thinking a little bit of the rumor milling of like, okay, there's no way that he could have amassed this kind of money to like get these shares, like, and get these options or whatever. Like, there's just no way he could have amassed this stuff. But I mean, it's also the idea of like, well, maybe he really did like hold his options, and then when he made money, he put it back into GameStop, and like he's just merely kind of on this wave, and he's never left it. I mean, so who knows? I'm trying not really to speculate on this shit, but I will say though, this is definitely just a whole different experience overall. The market is definitely not doing the same thing. Even as he was doing the live stream, like literally the GameStop shares were just tanking. Shares of GameStop slid more than 39% on Friday, notching its worst day since February of 2021. The video game stock has seen wild swings in recent weeks, reminiscent of the meme stock craze against Gil's return to social media in May. But it's just different because like the market is just so much more prepared for an event like this now. Like there's just more stop control options in it, and people are like, well, it's rigged, blah 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 blah. But it's like, dude, this is regulated so we don't have a crash. Like you don't want these things to happen. Like, I know that people all hate regulation, blah 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 blah, but like this is so that you don't lose control of the market. Like, so people can't come in and put their finger on the button and just do shit like that. So I guess another thing to add, Gil also acknowledged reports that E-Trade is considering removing him from its platform, and said he logs on every morning wondering if he'll be able to access his account. Let's see though. I should kind of pan back up from a quote from him. Let's see. He was talking about having faith in the CEO Ryan Cohen of GameStop, but he also cautioned it remains to be seen. You should keep your eye on stuff too. Reserve the right to change your mind, just like I do. Don't follow anyone blindly. And it's just a different energy from his live streams or like videos or whatever he was posting before. Like he's just a different dog now. You can kind of tell. That being said, I mean, he seemed to be having a good time, I guess. Once again, I do not understand what the getup was in terms of the bandages and all this shit, whatever. I'm sure people are going to read into that, maybe speculate and elaborate from their perspective. But yeah, I don't know. This felt anticlimactic and a little bit of a bummer because he shows up and instead of like things rocking up and going up harder, instead like things slide and like literally once again these regulations are actually put in place instead to kind of keep things from getting worse, to kind of stop the bleeding, if you will. So I don't know, man. It's definitely an interesting situation going on with the whole meme stock thing. We're so back. It's Jover at the same time. I don't know. But yeah, I'll try to keep you posted if any more relevant information pops up on my radar. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into some other stories I wanted to cover. This one's definitely a bummer, unfortunate, bit of weird news. ABC News. 74-year-old woman pronounced dead in hospice care, found breathing at funeral home. So, whoopsie daisy. Authorities in Nebraska are investigating after a 74-year-old woman believed to have died while in hospice care was found to be breathing after being transported to a funeral home. The woman subsequently died after being transported to a hospital, authorities said Tuesday. So that part I didn't know until I like actually got into it, and I was really like, damn, that sucks. So it's like she was found breathing, like, so she's alive, and they're like, oh shit. And then by the time they get her to get actual care, she dies. But the unusual incident began Monday morning, according to Lancaster County Chief Deputy Ben Houchin. We're going to say Ben Houchin. In my head, I wanted to say Hunchin, and I don't want to tell you what Hunchin means. If you know, you know. The woman had been transported from a nursing home where she had been declared dead at around 9:44 a.m. local time to the Bruthris Masser and Love Funeral Home in Lincoln, according to the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. Authorities responded to the funeral home after an employee noticed the woman was breathing and instantly called 911. Approximately 11:44 a.m. Monday, according to Houchin. Let me scroll down. Funeral home staff conducted CPR on the woman, identified by authorities as Constant Glance of Lincoln, and she was transported to a local hospital alive, Houchin said. Glance ultimately died at the hospital at approximately 4 p.m. Monday, Houchin said. Her family has been notified. I can't imagine pretty much hearing that someone that you love, the loved one, someone you care about, died twice. Having to go through that would be really shitty and very unfortunate. But let's see here. Kind of a little bit of background I wanted to kind of go through in my highlighted portion. Because this was a case where a death was anticipated and there was nothing suspicious about her supposed death, the nursing home did not have to contact the coroner or local authorities after the woman was declared dead. So I feel like that was important because I just would think too, like, wouldn't there be like a normal process where like a coroner would interact with the body and go, oh, okay. But no, that's kind of a bit of a shortcut situation. And, obviously it's very odd. It's very unusual, but there you go. It's just one of those things where it can happen. So, obviously though, still sad, condolences to the family. But yeah, a bit of a weird little story that I wanted to cover. Though I will say, I would rather cover a story like that than someone being buried alive. Oh my God, dude, getting buried alive would suck, dude. That's still one of my big ones. Definitely one of my bigger fear. I mean, I don't have a fear of being buried alive, but like that would be a terrible way to go. That's like one of my deaths that I wouldn't want at all. Drowning's pretty bad. Burning alive. I think those are like my big three for ways of going out. after that, please don't shoot me. I don't want to die like that. I was talking to my friend the other day, and I was saying, like, because I mean, there's just shootings all the goddamn time. We're actually about to get into one for the last story. Yeah, I just don't want to get shot. I just really don't want to get shot. And then the last one, stabbed. Please don't stab me. Please don't stab me. Ouch. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Please don't stab me. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's careen on to the last thing. I want to take my last break. But technically, I know I said this was a shooting. This is actually good news. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Let me go ahead and hit the thing, and then we'll go ahead and finish this off. Ooh. Ooh wee. Ooh. The nice thing about being a podcaster is you can go full Alex Jones mode, if you know what I mean, and you don't have to worry about it. No one sees it. I'm not trying to expose myself like that. I'm not trying to bare my chest to America, to the world like that. I just need to beat the heat. Okay, it sucks not running fans. I wish I had central air. That would make my life so much easier. Anyway, let's finish this thing off. From WLWT5. Police. Man saved when necklace stopped bullet from going into his neck. Dude, what a chain. What a link. A man in Colorado escaped death when police say the necklace he was wearing stopped a bullet from going into his neck. Police in Commerce City outside Denver said a bullet was fired during an argument between two people. A situation we've covered so many times. That bullet became lodged in a 10 millimeter long chain a man was wearing, stopping the round from entering his neck. As a result, he suffered only a puncture wound. So that's the picture I have in the thumbnail. It's so crazy because to me this is a little rinky-dink little chain, just a little thing, a little something. Let people know. Let people know what you got. A little something. I don't know. I personally have lost interest in wearing that much jewelry. I say that with a face full of metal, but to me, that's not something that's surgical steel. I don't know. I just like having my face look like this. But that being said, by all means, do you. But I think this is very cool that literally this was armor. This was chainmail. It might as well have been, and it saved this person's life. So I'm happy to see that. I will say, I don't know, I feel like this is kind of shade from the police. It's unknown what material the necklace is made of, though police believe it is not made of pure silver because silver is a soft metal. Granted, I will give it, I rarely give it to the police, but they are just speaking on facts here. They are just saying facts. If this was silver, that would be a soft metal. He'd be dead. It would be in his neck. But he's okay. He lived. So it's because it was made of tougher stuff, whatever that metal was, that mystery metal. Hey, I'm just glad I'm not covering a murder here. You know what I mean? I guess I should add, too, that the person was arrested. Y'all know I like to skip to my loo here. Police said the suspect was arrested at the scene and is facing attempted homicide charges. So, obviously, don't let shit escalate like that, man. I'm okay if motherfuckers want to have a gun. Look, believe it or not. I know, just look, cool, but you don't just use words, man. Am I crazy for that? Do I sound like a lame ass boomer for that? Why would you let shit escalate to that where you're trying to kill somebody? Now you got to go to fucking jail. You look like a fucking loser. You didn't even kill the dude. Literally, his little rinky-dink chain saved him. Imagine that. You rolled a one with a gun. I'm not saying I'm wanting the guy to die, but it's dude, it's just such a messy thing. There's just no reason to pull that shit out, bro. I don't know. That's where I guess I'm gonna leave it. I implore the world to just try to use words. Fuck, man. Just yap it out. Believe it or not, that still works. You can still do it. Anyway, that's the episode. If you'd like to help out, support the effort, I do have a Patreon. Patreon.com/Isaiah News. Let's see here. Free ways to hit me up. IsaiahNews1@gmail.com. Feel free to follow me or the podcast on any of the socials. And then hopefully subscribe to the YouTube. Really helps out a lot. I guess you can follow me on TikTok. I think I'm like Sagacious Zeke. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, you can check out the podcast there. I'm not posting anything else though. I might be like reblogging stuff, but I don't think that really counts. But I mean, yeah, that's social media. Whatever. Just do your thing. If you want to hit the like, that means a lot. But yeah, hopefully I see you soon for some more good news. I love ya. Bye bye. Mwah.